What's up YouTube? Got another knife review here for you. Today we're going to be looking at the Jake Hoback A15. This is the bigger brother to the Hoback A10, which I just did a review on. So, there's not too many differences when looking at these knives and comparing them. Obviously the main difference is going to be the length of these two knives, but even as you compare them close next to each other, it doesn't look like that big of a difference. On here you're sporting a 4-inch blade as opposed to a 3¼ inch blade, I believe. So there is that difference, but in the handles they're very close to one another. I didn't mention this in my review of the A10, but these carbon fiber scales on the A10 are slightly elevated, so it's not a smooth scale, if you will, or the handles aren't level. These actually come out, so it actually fills your palm quite a bit, which is nice, even though they're already thick as they are. This one though is completely flat, so flush with the scales, for the inlays on these carbon fiber. Obviously on this one, it's got the shark fin flipper on here. It's not as pronounced as the A10 either. And I think because the blade and the handles are a little bit longer, it's elongated, and so it kind of makes the lines a little bit smoother on the A15, at least this particular A15. Whereas the A10 kind of looks a little bit more curved, so the arc on this blade seems a little bit more pronounced with this one. So, but overall, same configuration. Again, carbon fiber. You got the bronzed titanium. You got the roller detent, Hoback HRD, Hoback rolling detent on here. No lanyard loop on the back here. Same style pocket clip on both sides. So for left hand, right hand carry if you wanted that. Same internal stop pin as well on here. It's sporting the same stock of CPM 3V, 200 thou thick of 3V. It's got Hoback's logo, axe right there, and then inside you've got Hoback's signature. Got Ephesians verse in there. I can't tell in the camera what it is. I think it's 426 or something like that. So this is a 2013. They were finished earlier this year, I think before Blade Show, if I recall correctly. So on here it also has this hole on the blade for not really deployment. It's not like you can really flick this out, from here. It's super smooth, obviously, with the bearings and with the roller detent. So you could do it with a slight wrist flick, but you can just see how smooth this big of a knife is. It's just ridiculous how smooth this is. So amazing craftsmanship, no blade play whatsoever. I mean, as you'd expect, this is as solid as they get. Extremely comfortable. I would. This, like I said in the review of my A10, this one has more sentimental value to me, but I actually do like the look and feel of the A15 a bit more than the A10. I carry them both and I enjoy them both, but I think this one, for me, I feel like it fits my hand, slightly better. Again, I didn't mention this in the review of the A10 either. The jimping on here is hard, but not as hard as, say, my Pohan Liu Bluefin. On the A15 you obviously have 4 jimps on this frame, and as opposed to 3 on here, and then you've got jimping on the back handle right here and on the back underside right there, whereas the A15 only has jimping on this one. So I think each one is unique. Jake kind of makes each knife unique. I kind of just told him, just do whatever you feel like, and yeah, and this one came out great. I'm so happy with this A15. Quick size comparison, to these other knives. As always, the large Sebenza. You can see how this knife just dwarfs the Sebenza in size. I mean, just look how thick those scales are. So you can imagine it's filling the pocket quite a bit, and it does, but it's actually pretty comfortable. Although the pocket clip is extremely tight in the pocket, but it's not going to shred your pockets or anything like that. Here's a Strider TAD SMF CC, just an awesome, beautiful knife. Here you got the Jeremy Robertson El Patron in also 3V steel, and then here's my XM18 non-flipper. So you can see how it measures up with the blade and all those things. So just like with this knife, in terms of how thick the handles are, it fills up your hand. The only one that maybe fills it up even more is the Direware. But even when you compare the total thickness between the Direware and the Hoback, I'd say I would give it to the Hoback, I think. Actually, I'm not positive. I think I will caliper this up and see just to make sure. So on the Direware, we'll just measure on the back end right here without the screw, hopefully. Got 0.7, sorry, you can't see that. It's upside down, but 0.73 inches on the Direware. And then on the Hoback, on the carbon fiber, you got 0.71. So 0.715. So the Hoback is slightly thinner than the Direware at its thickest point. So yeah, chalk one up for the Direware. This is a chunky knife. Anyway, so that's just a really quick breakdown, look up, our overview of the A15. Awesome knife. Again, when dealing with someone like Jake Hoback, you're dealing with such an awesome guy. Customer service is great. Obviously, he's extremely busy. He's a one-man operation. Now, I think his new runs, he's going to be running more stuff on CNC machining. So that might make it a little bit cheaper, but it's not fully custom, if you will. But I'm sure with Jake's quality, you're not going to be sacrificing any quality. Yeah, so you could not go wrong dealing with Jake. He's such an awesome knife maker, and all the forums say likewise. So do not hesitate to get anything from Jake. Right now I have an order for the Hoback, so I'm extremely excited for that. If he starts doing more of the OSF flippers, I'm totally on board with getting one of those as well. So yeah, that's the Jake Hoback A15. Thanks guys for watching. Leave your comments down in the comments down below, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next vid. Bye.